Hey there, my little foxes. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial, but not just any makeup tutorial. I am going to be doing a Junko Enoshima makeup tutorial. Junko, if you don't know, is one of my more popular cosplays. She is from the video game Danganronpa, also the anime Danganronpa, and she is one of my favorite characters. Now a lot of people think I wear contacts for Junko, and I actually don't, but if I did wear contacts for Junko, my eyes are very prone to watering a lot, especially when I put in contacts. So if I were you and you have like very watery eyes, I would be putting in my contacts first. Like before I did any makeup, contacts go in first. That's how it is with all of my makeup looks. And it's simply because my eyes water a lot. At some point I'm gonna be getting blinder contacts, so that I'm gonna have to kind of figure out on its own. I know for Pearl, I'm doing Pearl, I'm going to be getting the blue mesh contacts, so it's like over my pupil. Those are also going to be a kind of feel it out, so I need to order those soon so I have time to like practice with doing makeup with them in, or see how I can get them in without having my eyes water, stuff like that. Okay, anyways, on to the video. Small disclaimer, my brushes and beauty blenders are all very dirty. Please take better care of them than I do. But the process is going to be the same. I'm going to turn on a bit more light since I'm going to be doing makeup. I also have a makeup mirror right here, and I will be looking at that as well as my camera. To start, honestly, I switch up this order all the time. But to start today, I'm going to be using Collab Concealer. And it's really hard to read, but it's on the bottle. So to start, I am just going to put the concealer under small triangles under my eyes, like the shape you're seeing me make here. It just really brightens up your eyes and stuff like that. And then I am just going to put it on all of the red that's in my cheeks and over a couple blemishes on my lips, a couple blemishes on my face, a mole next to my eye, and I'm putting mine under my eyebrows because I have some hairs growing in that I don't want to be seen in photos or videos. Then more on my cheeks to cover up redness, and some on my chin to cover up the redness on that. Also to highlight just a bit when I blend it all in. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it into my skin, like so. So it covers up my blemishes and my redness, but it still looks, you know, not cakey. And just lightly pat all around. And you see it gets in my eyebrow, but we fix that later. Then I'm going to blend it under my other eye and into my other eyebrow, onto my nose, and up onto my forehead as well. And then also make sure you blend onto your neck so it is the same shade. Now, I'm going to say this, my Junko makeup is a bit cakey, and it does use like contouring and stuff like that. Again, feel free to do it however you prefer to do it, but this is just how I think Junko would wear her makeup, because it is canonly said in like I'm not sure if it's the wiki or the creator who confirmed this, but basically it said Junko looks a lot different without her makeup, so that's the goal. Also, spoilers. The next segment contains spoilers for Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Please do not continue if you don't want to be spoiled. We know that Junko and Mukuro are twin sisters, so Mukuro clearly has like freckles and stuff like that, but we know they're twins. So Junko is wearing enough makeup to cover up freckles. I do not have freckles. I know how to make fake ones, but I don't have any, like, I have very incredibly light natural freckles. So we know that Junko is wearing enough to probably cover up her freckles. Spoilers are now over and you may now continue watching. So yeah. Now I'm going to take CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the color L10, which is, again, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the lightest one they have. It's Porcelain Fair, aka white, pale. And now I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and tap it into my skin. Oh, also another side note, the reason that I covered up my eyebrows, well, I put foundation and concealer in my eyebrows is because my eyebrows have a little bit of black hair dye in them from my hair. So I'm putting that in there to kind of lighten them, and then I'm going to run powder through them to make them look not makeup-y, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I will jump cut to when my foundation is done. Okay, welcome back. It wasn't long for you, but it was a little bit of time for me. Now, before I say what powder I'm using, the powder that I am using is the same type of powder that gave James Charles really bad flashback. So, to preface, I am a lot paler than James is. Like, a lot paler than James is. And if you are tanner than I am, I suggest using a different powder that isn't known for giving flashback. Me personally, this, like, works for me. Doesn't give me flashback, it works. So yeah, just honestly find what works best for you. But I am using the Airspun loose face powder. The lid looks like this and it smells really nice and I really like it. And it's just like loose face powder. Now sometimes I bake for Junko when I go to a con in Junko. So I'm going to bake a little bit. But since I am not actually going to a con in her, I'm not going to full bake. Frankly, because I have no need to, and I'm gonna take this makeup off after I get some photos and videos. Then I just put a little on my nose and then I kind of just rub it in my face. Smooths out your foundation and stuff like that. And we also have to remember when doing our makeup, Junko's ultimate is the ultimate fashionista. So she's good at makeup, or she has somebody to do her makeup for her. Because let's be real, she's rich and extra. Again, if you're any paler than me, this will probably give you really bad flashback. I just happen to be really, really pale. So it just looks like a highlight. Like I said, we're not baking a lot today. Or really, that wasn't really any at all. That was like two minutes. But yeah, it's just works for me. Okay. Now that we're done with that, we can move on to contouring. That's mascara. You don't come in yet. Contouring. Now, typically with Junko, I don't contour to an extreme degree, but I don't contour like to a little degree, if that makes any sense. I also use eyeshadow to contour because, again, I am pale and gray tones work better with my skin than like orangey browns when contouring. So again, it just depends on your skin tone and stuff like that. I know I look real warm because of this light, but like in this white light, I look like white. Like I'm white as a sheet of paper, honestly. Okay, but I'm going to be using the Tarte's palette, and my mirror is broken here, but yeah, and it's really old palette. I've had this for 10 years. Oh my god. I've had this palette for 10 years, but I'm going to be mixing Chic, Profesh, Fierce, I'm sorry, Bold and Indie all together to create my contour and blend it out a lot. And then if you do too much, you can put more powder over it. Now I'm just contouring under my cheekbones and up to my temples, and then you'll see me contour around my forehead and my jawline just to define them. So yeah. And even though I'm going to be wearing a wig, I contour my hairline just because, frankly, if you decide to take off your cosplay, then hey, you already got a full set of makeup on. And then, it's winter, so I haven't been like working out or dieting as I should. So I'm going to contour my jawline, which I do this anyways, but I'm going to contour my jawline just so it's really sharp, especially since Junko is the anime character. So she has the jawline, and we want to look snatched. And I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush and kind of, again, not too terribly extreme, but enough to do something. Especially since I'm using gray, again, since I'm so pale. I really try not to do extreme contouring ever because it can come out really badly. The only time that I have used like brown contour and it's worked well is, that's a piece of glass, is a long time ago. I did Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan, and insert a picture now. When I did him, I used my cream contour palette, and it actually worked really well with him, and I was also in yellow lighting, so it made me look tanner than I was. Right now I'm going to be in white lighting, so yeah. Okay, now we move on to the fun part, eyes. Now my Junko makeup is similar but different to a lot of other Junko makeups, because I've seen Junko done like this before, but I haven't seen her done like this to my degree. So also, I am going to be using black, a fair bit of it. If you are uncomfortable with that, feel free to use brown. I just frankly like it for Junko because she's extra and so is this makeup look. So yeah, I am going to start with a transition color in my crease, and the transition color that I've been using for a bit now is in the Twilight Dusk palette, and I'm going to be using Amethyst as my transition color. Oh, you can't even see it. I'm going to be using Amethyst, which is this one, as my transition color. Just put put it on a brush and I put a little bit under my eye too. But that is totally optional and not what normal people do with a transition color. That's just something I do to like blend out the color that I'm gonna put down there later. And as with any makeup, this is gonna be trial and error, so like not everything that works for me will work for you, and not everything that works for you will work for me. That's just how it is. Makeup is like a weird form of art. Also, tell me if I'm talking too fast, because normally when I'm not recording, I can do this makeup look in 15 minutes. Like, no joke. Like, Maddie Sketch and David Elizabeth Daddy on Instagram can testify to that, because they've seen me do it in 15 minutes. On con mornings, it's 10. But yeah. Fun times. Now again in this palette, I'm going to be taking Cashmere, and I'm going to be using this brush. It's just an e.l.f. contour brush is what it says. I don't know the number or anything because I'm not James Charles or Voodoo Guru. I'm going to very delicately kind of put this in my crease, and it's black, so please be careful because this will get everywhere and it will ruin your whole look if it does. And then do the same for the other eye. I do both my eyes at the same time, by the way. I know like James Charles and like Nikki Tutorials don't, but I do. It's just what I've always done. It's easier for me. It's easier to match. Then I'm going to take this kind of really fluffy brush and just blend it out. Again, I don't know the numbers or anything, but I'll blend it out and down. This one needs more black. Don't worry about getting any of it on the lid. I will show you how I make the cut crease. And it's not the traditional way of making a cut crease, so don't worry if you don't know how to do that, because I don't know how to do that either. This is what it's supposed to look like. This just needs a little bit more. I'm actually going to take a C e.l.f. brush, which, if you're cheap like me, e.l.f. is a very, very good place to get brushes from, because they are cheap, but they still work very well. And that is because they're actually made in the same factories and with the same stuff as some of the higher end brands. Now, I'm not sure exactly which higher end brands, but I know it's some of the like buku expensive brands. I'm also going to add a little on this side because this side's a little darker now. Then basically just blend them out. Also, I dust all of my makeup brushes off on my shirt and like my pants, so yeah. I'm going to blend this out and I'll be right back. And when I did him, I used my cream contour palette, and it actually worked really well with him. And I was also in yellow lighting, so it made me look tanner than I was. Right now I'm going to be in white lighting, so yeah. Okay, now we move on to the fun part, eyes. Now my Junko makeup is similar but different to a lot of other Junko makeups, because I've seen Junko done like this before, but I haven't seen her done like this to my degree. So, also, I am going to be using black, a fair bit of it. If you are uncomfortable with that, feel free to use brown. I just frankly like it for Junko because she's extra and so is this makeup look. So yeah. I am going to start with a transition color in my crease, and the transition color that I've been using for a bit now is in the Twilight Dusk palette, and I'm going to be using Amethyst as my transition color. Oh, you can't even see it. I'm going to be using Amethyst, which is this one, as my transition color. I put a little bit under my eye too, but that is totally optional and not what normal people do with a transition color. That's just something I do to like blend out the color that I'm going to put down there later. And as with any makeup, this is going to be trial and error, so like tell me if I'm talking too fast, because normally when I'm not recording I can do this makeup look in 15 minutes. Like, no joke. Like, Maddie Sketch and David Elizabeth Daddy on Instagram can testify to that because they've seen me do it in 15 minutes. On con mornings, it's 10. But yeah. Now again in this palette, I'm going to be taking Cashmere, and I'm going to be using this brush. It's just an e.l.f. contour brush is what it says. I don't know the number or anything because I'm not James Charles or a beauty guru. I'm going to very delicately kind of put this in my crease, and it's black, so please be careful because this will get everywhere and it will ruin your whole look if it does. I do both my eyes at the same time, by the way. I know like James Charles and like Nikki Tutorials don't, but I do. It's just what I've always done. It's easier for me. It's easier to match. Then I'm going to take this kind of really fluffy brush, and just blend it out. Again, I don't know the numbers or anything. But this is what it's supposed to look like. This just needs a little bit more. I'm actually going to take a C e.l.f. brush, which, if you're cheap like me, e.l.f. is a very, very good place to get brushes from because they are cheap, but they still work very well. And that is because they're actually made in the same factories and with the same stuff as some of the higher end brands. Now, I'm not sure exactly which higher end brands, but I know it's some of the like buku expensive brands. I'm also going to add a little on this eye because this eye's a little darker now. Wow, that was a long time for me, but it was just that fast for you. Sorry, I got like a phone call and I was on the phone for like an hour. Anyways, I have blended this now. So now I'm going to take this just pressed powder eyeshadow palette, and this you can find on Amazon. Just make sure the front of it looks like this, because it doesn't really have a name, and none of these colors have a name. And this one broke, but it's the one I'm going to be using. Then take the middle shade, and honestly, I just put it on my finger because I'm not a beauty guru. But I take this red shade, and I put it on my finger. It looks like this. Then I just put it on my lid. Like so. Then I'm going to take this liner brush. This is also what I'm going to do my brows with, but just take a little bit, and I'm going to put it right here. Kind of blend it into the dark black gray that's there. Honestly, this is just kind of a preference thing. You don't have to do it, but I like the way it looks. It also accentuates your waterline so you don't have to put white liner on it, because that can actually be damaging to your eyes. Fun fact. Also, I bet you guys are wondering, why do you know all this stuff, JC? It's because my mom is a cosmetologist and makeup artist, so I know all of the tips and tricks. Now I'm dipping back into the Tarte's palette. I'm going to mix bold and edgy to create my brow color, and it's going to be mainly bold, which is why this one's so used up. It never broke, it's just I use it a lot. Then just... I follow my own brow shape. Feel free to cover yours up and make a new brow shape, but like, A, don't have time. B, I like my brow shape for Junko, so like, yeah. Everybody's favorite part. Eyeliner and lashes, yay! Actually, wait, no. No, wait, okay. Eyeliner, then lashes. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. My brain, like, did a thing there. Don't mind me. Now, I'm going to do my liner, and I'm just gonna do, like, a Winehouse, like, cat eye. This is the Doe Color eyeliner. It's an eyeliner marker. Works really well. Oh, there's glitter on this. Okay, that was me wiping the glitter off. Not a necessary stage, but I don't want pink glitter in my Junko makeup. Okay, now I am going to explain how I do this, and then I'm going to, actually no, I'm going to explain how I do this on the voiceover and just move my camera so you can see me do it. Basically, I'm creating a small triangle on the corner of my eye, well, not small in this case, then drawing a straight line down onto my lid, and then continuing that line in a diagonal shape, kind of like a ramp, down to the corner of my eye, and making sure to fill in the triangle on the edge. And that's pretty much it. Okay, it's one eye. This is how I first, not first, but when I settled on this eye makeup for Junko, this is how I left it, but with mascara over it. And you'll see what that looks like in a minute, but now I wear fake lashes with it, so yeah. Looks like this, a little uneven, but these lashes I'm going to be putting on are very large and they will cover it, so frankly I don't worry about my liner that much. But now I'm going to take an eyelash curler and curl my lashes. By the way, I'm not going to a con or anything. I'm solely doing this for pictures and videos. Well, for pictures and for this video. And then TikTok, if you follow me on there, which you should. I put on my mascara before I put on fake lashes because I find it a lot easier. A lot of people put it on after to kind of blend it, but I get so stressed about the lashes coming off that I just deal. I don't put falsies on my bottom though, because I don't own those and I also don't know how to. So yeah. Don't question the bags that I have. Okay, it's where I keep all of my fake nails and fake eyelashes. It's where I keep all of my fake things. Like myself. I keep myself in this Ziploc bag. Anyways, honestly, I'm using the glue that came with it. Because I haven't bought any more. And that's the tea. Okay, and just put the glue on that line. Wait for it to dry. This turns clear when it's dry. That's how you know, by the way. Have it Yeah, that didn't work. I'm bad at putting on fake lashes, guys. This is what takes me, like, this alone can take me 30 minutes, but my makeup only takes me 15. Which is fast? Is that fast? To be able to do this much makeup in 15 minutes? I know that was disgusting, I'm so sorry. But I didn't want the glue to get on anything. And I know y'all are all excited for the fake nails. Those don't go on till after I have the actual whole costume on and the wig. Frankly, because they are very hard to do anything with. Is that good enough? Is it? Do I want to redo it? It'll be good enough for pictures and videos. Also, if you don't know, fake lashes feel real weird. The best way I can describe it, if you're a cosplayer, you'll know what I'm talking about. It feels like you have a wig on your eyelashes, which essentially you do, so like, good comparison, but over here is basically the completed look. Like, and I know y'all are like, you can't see the red, and I'm like, yeah, but let's be real, Junko's extra, so like, she would wear these. Like, and don't even at me if you think she wouldn't, because like, have you seen her nails? Have you seen her character design? Have you seen her? Have you watched how she acts? She would. This is the eye look, basically, but then I take lipstick and I put it on. And I give Junko red lips, because why not? I have several red lipsticks, and these are not actually the ones that I usually use. This is the color that I use. It's this bright red, by NYX Liquid Suede. Came in this really big pack, so yeah. I'm almost out of this, so. And then I usually put a little lip gloss on it just to brighten it up in the middles. Okay, that is the full makeup look, and I'm sure y'all are like, wow, you just look like you're going on like a date, and I'm like, yeah, wait till I put the costume on. So give me 1 minute, I'm going to put the costume on and I'll be right back. Okay, now I have the costume on with the tie and everything. And my wig is right here. I was just gonna brush through it and I thought I might as well film it. 90 subscribers? Thank you guys so much. I'm hoping to hit, oh, it's a big goal, but I really want to hit 1,000 by the end of this year. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Yep. It happens. I really want to hit 1,000 by the end of this year. So please, if you're just kind of scrolling and this was in your recommended, or you're from TikTok or Instagram, please, please, please subscribe. It would really help me out. And yeah. Also, this looks terrible, but I promise you it's just like, yeah. Fun fact, I was actually not the last person to wear this wig. Me and Anna, which is David Elizabeth Daddy, we swapped cosplays, and I did Celeste and she did Junko, and she did a beautiful Junko. FYI, snatched my weave right off my head. Okay, also, since my hair is so short, I don't wear a wig cap. If you have longer hair, I highly recommend it. But yeah, just gonna, like, y'all, I'm big gay for Junko. I love her so much. Then you just clip these in, like so. It gives a little bump right there. And these are actually pretty easy to figure out because the clip is on the side that you want to put in. Oh, also, fun fact, I met Junko's voice actor, like, from the game. And she was really sweet. She gave me an autograph. And I got a picture with her, and we were both doing the Junko pose. It's on my Instagram, so, because I just got a new phone, so I'll screenshot it from there. And post it right now. Yeah, that was before I started doing fake lashes, but still got my fake nails. Honestly, living for puffy Junko, because it's so cute. Like, and it's soft too, like. Okay, there we are. I'm going to step back. This is the full thing without nails. Now I am going to put the nails on. And oh boy, these nails are long. Like, long. I have three sets of fake nails in here. One is this, but I have 2 sets of red fake nails in here. One is my Junko nails, and one is one that I used as Junko nails, but they're actually the nails that I graduated in. But I popped them off and kept them when they started growing out, so I could use them for Junko. Also, these clips, if they sit there too long, they will hurt your head. So I highly recommend, like, adjusting them as you need, because they do come off real easy, and I would adjust them before you're going to be stuck in these nails, because the nails, believe me, are difficult to work with. Like, they're that long. So I am actually going to start with my pinky. It's going to be the hardest to do. Also, I don't understand some cosplayers that are like, oh, I'm the IRL Junko Enoshima, and they don't even wear fake nails. Like, I suffer for this. No tea, no shade, but like, tea and shade. If you know who I'm talking about, great. If you don't, then just don't ask. That seems to fit there. Apologies, I got another phone call, but I've done almost both hands now. And now I'm just gluing on the last thumbnail. I do my thumbnails last because it makes everything harder to function if you do your thumbnails like first, or like when they come up in the order. Again, that's just my opinion, but it helps me, so yeah. I'm not putting on the boots, frankly, because I'm already uncomfortable enough in this outfit, but this is pretty much the completed look. I'm wearing the skirt, but I guess you can't see it. Hang on. Yeah, okay. There's the completed look. But yeah, thanks for watching, and If you like this video, please leave a like. Check out my social media, which is linked in the description. And I don't know. I guess that's it. But basically, I love you guys. Again, thank you so much for 90 subscribers. Yeah, so bye.